Okay, today I'm going to show you how to create a city, an education city. It's pretty simple. Once you get logged in, you have your screen here, and you want to scroll down and go to Manage My City, which is over here on the left. So you'll click Manage My City. And then you want to find your class that you have created. If you don't have a class created, that's pretty simple. You're just going to click on New Classwork, and you're going to give it a title. So if it's your kindergarten class, you might say kindergarten, first grade, whatever you want to name your city. So for the purpose of this activity, I'm going to name it kindergarten. And I'm going to click create. Now, once your city is created, I really like to think of these more as folders than anything else, but they call them cities. So once your city is created, you're going to add your content. You can either click here or you can click here. Either one will work. So you click add content, and then you kind of have to search for your content. So let's say I was looking for shapes in kindergarten math. So I'm going to type in shapes and hit enter. It won't let me filter immediately. Once I've entered in my title or my content, whatever I want to look for, I can select the grade level. So I'm going to go kindergarten. It's then going to filter out only kindergarten activities. And for Education City, for the purpose of them doing it online, you're going to have two content types, activities and learn screens. So I like to search for just my activities first. And I can scroll down and see which activities are available. And if I want to add them, I just click add. I can add as many as I want. I could then go to the learn screens, and I can add those. Learn screens, they don't do anything on. They just literally learn from the screen. When I've got all my activities, I click done. If I don't want them, I can hit the X. Then I need to add my students. So I'm going to come over here to students. And the great thing is your class is already in here. You just need to find them and add them. So let's say I'm Miss Calvert and I want to add my students. I can click add, and the whole class is added. I could also create groups and only add certain students. So if I didn't want these kids in the class, I could X them out. And you would look over here and see now I only have 19 of 22 added. So if I want to add them back, I just have to go in and click to add them. So right now all of my students are added to this. I need to save it at the top here. I can then go to my preferences. And what I like about the preferences is it allows you to decide whether or not you want to publish it now or later. You can click yes, you can schedule a time, or you can just have it published all the time, which the kids go on this at home. So if you don't want them doing something, you either want to release it at a certain time or you want to click no. Now, another option that you have here is whether or not to sequence your activities. If they're not sequenced, the kids can do them in whatever order they want. If they're sequenced, they have to finish one before they can go to the next. I always do sequenced. Otherwise, they're just going to do what they want and skip the other things. And you may have them put in an order that they need to do one before they can do the other one anyway. You can set the minimum score. 80 is great because that means once they've completed it, they've passed it. If they don't make at least an 80 here, they'll have to go back and redo it before they can go on to the next item. And then you have some other options on here that you can decide if you want to do or not do. But once you have done all of those things, you click save. You can look at your book here. You can decide if you want it to be that color. You can change the color of it. You can change the image, and that might just make it a little easier for the kids to find, because if they have multiple teachers, they may have multiple books, and you might say log in and click on the bumblebee and they know exactly what to do. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to save it again. Every time I do something, I'm just going to save it, and then I am done. And that's all you have to do to create a city in Education City.